go live. I'm doing live today, and we're just gonna keep moving forward, okay? Because I had told myself, I'm like, okay, this person is not on Substack. From now on, they're gonna have to create an account on Substack before I go live with them. I'm not going through this. I'm not going through this, okay? Because if we keep repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results, we're not getting different results. We're getting the same results along with the frustration and the anxiety. So while I was in the bathroom, right, doing something to my hair, okay, I'm like, well, what am I going to do instead if I can't get this guest on, right? So when I said that and took a deep breath, it came to me. It was a topic that automatically came to me to talk about today, okay? Because we cannot let anything stand in our way from accomplishing our mission. Nothing and no one, okay? Because the devil is busy, okay? And they're trying to do everything they can to prevent us from succeeding. And we have to recognize that. You know what that's called? It's called awareness. We can sense in our body when something isn't right, okay? And so we need to take heed to these feelings that we are feeling and say, okay, what is this about? Okay. Hey, Fat News Daily, what's up? Good to see you. Okay. My guests didn't arrive as they were supposed to, but that's okay. Okay. I had prepared for it, everything. I don't know if I printed it out. It don't matter. The point is that we have to find workarounds for these problems that occur at the last minute, right? We cannot uh stop our growth, our learning and growth because things don't work out the way we thought. Okay? That's life. All right? Yes, good morning to you as well. And so what are we going to do instead? Can't sit on the spot and say, "Oh, woe is me. My guest didn't show up. My technology didn't work the way it was supposed to." Okay, it didn't. My iPad decided it was not going to cooperate today on top of my guest not showing up. So I said, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to go live on my phone instead. Okay? We have to find a workaround. We cannot let the devil win. Okay? And that goes for each of you as well. What challenges are you facing today? And what are you willing to do to resolve the problem? Okay? Hello, Richard. I hadn't seen you in a while. It's really good to see you today. I saw your collaboration and it was amazing. And I am honored and very happy to see you today. Hi, Shrey. Okay. Hi, Romaine. Okay. We was talking that my guest didn't arrive today because I had technical issues. Okay. I had technical issues with my iPad. Okay. Now I have to go back and obviously apologize to the man. Okay. Hi, Patrick. How you doing? Hi, Mary. I meant to go back, Patrick, and like your post because I was on your live yesterday. Okay, and it was transformational. Okay, I came there and I got fed to the soul, and I'm like, yes, it gave me some encouragement to keep going. Hi, Jenny. How you doing? Okay, so you guys are great out there. You're doing some powerful, wonderful work out there. Yeah, you're welcome. We have to support each other. Okay, we can't go around and say we're doing good in the world and cut other people down, bring people down. We got to lift each other up Greetings from Finland. Yes, Finland in the house. Okay, and I'm in Alaska. All right, and hey Florence, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while, girl. What's going on? I see you out there shining. Keep doing the powerful work that you're doing. I see you out there uplifting other people. Okay, let's keep doing that. Let's keep shining our light on the world. The world is so dark now. Okay, see in the house, Ohio in the house, and we got Michigan in the house too. And I was born in Michigan. And greetings to everyone from wherever you are in the world. Okay? Greetings, salutations. Okay? And that's where we at today. So we was talking about praise the Lord. Amen. I know that's right. Okay? Give God the great, give him the credit because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today. I'd be dead. Okay? And that's the honest to God's truth. I don't have to sit here and explain anything because we can feel it in our bones. Okay? Feel it in our bones, and we know about grace. Through God's grace, anything is possible. We know that. So you know it too, because otherwise you wouldn't be here with me. Okay? So we got our soul tribe here. And so we were talking about being adaptable and adjustable. Okay, I had communication issues, and then I lost my guest. My guest is not on Substack; they're on LinkedIn, but that wasn't doing me very much justice. And he had a very powerful message. But nevertheless, we still powerful, regardless if he's here or not. Our soul tribe, yes, yes, we are here. We're here to support each other in our learning and growth. Okay, absolutely. So, so we talked about finding alternative options when things don't work out as planned. Okay? Yes, we have to figure it out real quickly. Because that's like, because I done like 4 or 5 times a guest didn't show up, and I'm like, uh, what's going on here? It seemed to be a pattern. Okay? The devil is busy. The devil is trying to stop us from shining. Okay? These people are miserable. These narcissists are miserable. Okay? And we are not going to feed into their negativity. Okay? We're not going to do that. That's why I came on this live. I'm like, what can I talk about instead? Okay, I'm going to give you an update. Okay? So that's to let them know they will never defeat us because we have God on our side. Okay? So these people decided to, no, not these people, my family decided, oh, well, she has these gifts and these skills and all of these things, and we don't like it. Okay, like it. That's the reason why I left that family when I did. Okay, because I knew they meant me no good. Okay, but I didn't know to the extent this dislike was. Okay, so we have to pay attention to the signs. These signs are in our body. Our body is telling us, okay, danger is near. You're looking all around for the danger, and the danger is in front of you. Your own family. They're the ones that are trying to take you down. And I'm wondering, I'm like, why am I not getting any invitations to any events? Okay. I don't get any phone calls for birthdays or any, celebrations as far as graduations or anything like that. So it's like, is these people my family really? I said, I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay. So they decided, okay, well, we don't like her. Okay. And so we're going to hire somebody to take her out. Okay. I'm just being honest and I'm going to put it out there because they also tried to say that I was crazy. Okay. Do I appear to be crazy? I'm not crazy at all. Okay. And I am very aware of what's going on. So you don't want me speaking truth, and you don't want me telling the truth about the all the abuse that I suffered from childhood, from when I was born in the world. Oh, I'm a Gemini. My birthday just passed. My birthday was May 24th. Okay? So, the update is when we find out who the enemy is, first of all, the enemy starts with ourselves. But I was a child. I had no idea what was going on. Okay? Because I was born in Ann Arbor. Okay? My father had an affair with this woman, and I don't know how they met. Okay, it don't matter how they met. I was the result. Okay, so I'm going into a family, uh, it's black sheep and scapegoat. Okay, yeah, tell the truth because I'm not going. See, they wanted to keep me silent. When you stay silent, you hold all of these things inside you, not just in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, and everything. I was completely broken and trying to figure out why. Okay. The better question maybe I should have asked, not why, but how the hell I get out of it? How I get out of here. Okay. We cannot continue to hold on to things and people that are no longer serving us. I am no longer that person anymore where you can just I'm a doormat and you can just step on me when you want to. You can dump all of your toxicity and negativity on me and I have to absorb this within myself. I have to take everything to make you feel good about yourself. I have to stay down here so you can be superior to me. And this is the same mentality of the government. All of these systems are all these narcissistic systems, including the family, is one of the same. Okay? They create confusion to keep us confused while they're extracting everything from us. And we see this in our daily lives in the government system. Okay? That's why I have to stay away from toxicity. I cut off all of these people. Okay, when I find out they're betraying me, there's no discussion. Just cut them off. I don't need to explain myself to anybody, and neither does any of you. We don't have to explain nothing to nobody. You know what you know, and then somebody come back. Well, what do you mean? What are you talking about? And no, that didn't happen. Who said it didn't happen? They create these illusions, okay, for us to just keep falling for it, okay, and keep bowing down to these systems, to these narcissistic family members, to anybody. We have to cut that shit out like cancer. Absolutely. I should call you back up here. I don't know if you want to come, but I'm just saying, I am fed. Then they stalking all my social media. I don't care if it's IG, um, Threads, Facebook, YouTube. I am not going nowhere. I'm going to go where I want, when I want to. Get over yourself. You're not, you don't mean nothing to me. So you can scream bloody murder, okay? And I don't hear you. I have selective hearing. We need to have selective hearing because when somebody come to you with some BS, don't argue with them. Walk away. Let them say what they want to say. Let them do what they want to do. It has nothing to do with you. Don't fall for the bait. Okay? Like that's it. Let them figure it out. You want to come up all this negativity and be dropping all your crap on me. Okay? Well, you figure it out. Exactly. They hear what they want to hear. Okay? Then they'll gaslight you. Then they'll say, what are you talking about? That never happened. That never happened. Really? Okay, it never happened. Click, done. I'm not arguing with you because that's what they want. They want that. That's that. Um, they get a rush off of all that. It took me long enough to figure it out because when you piss me off back in the past, I would do all this explaining and all this rigmarole and didn't realize they were enjoying that. Okay, they were enjoying that shit. They're like, yeah, let's get it riled up. Then we'll, you know. And then what they do is these gutter rats. They're low vibration people. Okay, so if you vibrating on a high level, you don't hear it. Okay, because it's taking you away from your mission, from what you're trying to do. Exactly, Darvo. Okay, and we ain't not falling for the bullshit no more. You take that shit somewhere else. Okay, so my role, okay, which they're trying to prevent me from speaking truth, I am not going to go anywhere. I'm going to go where I want, when I want to, and not a damn thing you can do about it. So get over yourself. I don't give a damn how much money you got, how much you pay for all these people to help to gang stalking. Well, hasn't worked so far, and it's not going to work. You know why? Because I ignore all that bullshit. Okay, we have to ignore it and keep moving towards our goal. Okay, don't give them what they want. I did that too many years and ended up with nothing and had to start all over again, financially, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. And this is a psychological war. Okay, you're talking about spiritual warfare. The government is at the top of the list, pulling the strings and say, yeah, this person is a target and they got to go. Okay. Well, I'm not going nowhere. I worked for the government for 39 years. I don't think that, I'm just really surprised that people are that stupid to underestimate my intellect. Okay. I worked for the government for 39 years. I served 4 years in Iraq. I was in Israel for 11 years. You don't think that I have the intellect to survive? I even survived a narcissist family system. And you're going to insult my intelligence and think you can just come in and waltz in and just tell me to bow down to you and I'm going to do it? You got another thing coming because I have to be an example. You have to lead by example. If I can let somebody do that shit to me, then how can I come talk to you about leadership and how to steer your career in the right direction? I cannot do that. I have to lead by example. We all have to lead by example. How do you want to show up? Okay, first for yourself, then you have to show up for your kids, your husband, and your community, and the organizations in which you work in. When I came to the realization, I came to the realization when I came here to Alaska the first week, they let it be known. We don't care what you did throughout your career. It don't mean nothing to us. And from that day, I knew that I had to figure out how to get out of there. Okay? So I did just that. Do I have any regrets about walking away? No, hell no. I probably should have. I should have left earlier, but I'm not going to give nobody the satisfaction. It's like a bully. You're going to bully me and tell me I have to do this. I'm going to stay and fight just because you're challenging my authority. Each and every one of us have authority, and don't you forget it. I don't care if you street sweeper, okay? If you take out the garbage, you have authority, and nobody has a right to impede on your authority. And if they do, you need to show them who you are and make them back the hell up. Okay? Wendy, you know. from the D. We don't take no bullshit from nobody. And that's another thing. You gonna challenge me? Are you stupid? You got to be stupid to think that I'm gonna sit back and I can't see what you're doing and I'm gonna allow you to do it? Oh man, that's what make me mad, mad more than anything else, to insult my intelligence. No, will I ever forgive any of these people? I'm forgiving them all for what they did because I'm not gonna hold that stuff in my heart. Just because they don't love that, just because they hate themselves, they're not going to make me hate myself or anyone else because I don't. Okay, I'm not going to allow it, and you can't either. I see the person walk. I see the person walking down the street. I either I I'm a avoider, so I'll either go the other way or I'll go back in the house until you gone because I don't want you to say nothing to me. We have no more discussion. I don't care who you bring over there. You can bring your mama's mama. There is no going back. Once you say I'm done, don't go back because when you go back, it gets worse and worse. And that's what they say. Oh, come on back. I done changed. I've been to a therapist. I worked on my anger management. I worked on my jealousy and my envy. All of these things. Good for you. Okay, bye. Good for you. I'm done with you. Care what you did. Okay, we gotta rid all of this toxicity out of our lives. Period. Can't you cannot create goodness in the world with negativity side by side. Something got to give. I don't care who they are. If it's your daughter, your mama, your daddy, whoever it is, your preacher, let them go. You got to go. I cut them all off. I don't care. And you know what? I've been so peaceful and I've been feeling so free. And I'm like, oh my God. That's all I had to do was cut people off and not deal with them anymore. And I was feeling guilty. Oh no, that's my brother. Brother didn't give a shit about you. He didn't even call on the birthday. Okay? He chose my daughter over me just to hurt me. And when he come to town, calls her up. Hey, how you doing? Come on, go to dinner with me. Hey, Auntie is having a celebration over here. Come on over here. He didn't want to talk to me. And I knew all the time. I said, why does he hate me? I did anything to anybody. Now I don't give a damn. You can hate me, you can love me, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Period. Yeah, exactly. All this time I've been down in my spirit, down in my everything was down. I just had to let all that stuff go. When I let all that stuff go, I am free. I can I can sleep the night. I was able to regulate my nervous system, my A1C, my blood pressure regulated. I now have appetite. I can eat. I can create. I can do whatever I want to do. Okay? But I had to get rid of all of the people that were bringing me down, my own family. And then the people I work with, I got rid of that job. I don't have no money. Think I got some money. No, I ain't got no money. But I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I am so at peace. And I'm like, how am I gonna pay these bills? I'm like, you know what? I can't worry about that right now. I'm not gonna worry about that. I am so much at peace. The bills are gonna be paid. Yeah, okay? Because I'm doing the work. Okay? When we doing the work, good things are gonna happen for us. We just can't sit on the pity pot and on the ground and say, woe is me. You know how many people are having problems? mental, physical, uh, financial problems, we're not the only ones. I'm not the only one. But if you're doing the work, the money will come. I believe that. And you got to believe too. But you got to do the work. Okay? Do the work. Okay? That's what's wrong with a lot of people. They want the rewards, but they don't want to do the work. Well, well, okay, if you find somebody else to do that for you, good for you. I prefer to do it myself. You know why? Because that way we are not obligated to nobody. Because nobody gives you something for free. Everything has a cost. They'll come back later on. Remember, I gave you that whatever, whatever. Now it's time to pay up. No, you ain't gonna do that to me. I'm gonna figure it out on my own. I don't care if it take me 3, 4 years, whatever. I'm gonna figure it out on my own because I'm not gonna be obligated to you or no one else. Yeah. And then you got copycats out there. They try to copy your work and try to palm it off as their own. You know, because I talk to other people as content creators. Okay, you put out an article, and then 3 or 4 months, or maybe a day or two later, you're like, "Damn, that looks like my shit." People copy your shit and just change the name. Because people, it's a lot of fake people out there. That's another thing. Fake people. They're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm your friend. I'm this and that and the other." And when you turn around, you need somebody. Ain't nobody there. People just out for themselves. Exactly. And you got to know the difference. And uh that's why I started being more intentional about what I'm doing, where I go, and who I associate with. You do too, because another thing, keep your business to yourself. Because soon as you tell somebody something and then you turn around like, damn, something happened. I had this all planned and something fell flat, right? That's what I'm talking about, those lives, okay? I'm like, I don't care what live I schedule from now on. I'm going to go prepared with my own. So if somebody don't show up, I'm going to be able to have my own. The show must go on, regardless of who don't show up. Okay, these people they say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be there. We can do this and do that," and they don't show up. Then we gonna be left holding the bag. No, I'm not gonna be left holding the bag because I got something to say in every situation. And that's where I'm going to be. That's what we all have to be in the future. We cannot put all of our eggs in one basket. A person tell you, "Oh yeah, I'll show up. I'll do this and do that." There's no guarantees. Life is no guarantee. You can go out there and get hit by a bus. Okay? Absolutely. So I don't give no information. Somebody can come and ask me something. I'm not going to tell you. So I'm going to tell you up front. Don't come asking me no personal business because you're not going to know. I'm not going to tell you because I don't know who I can trust on this platform or any other platform. And I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't know. I can't trust my own family. So I don't know how many of you I can trust either. So trust and believe. I'm gonna keep my personal business to myself. And as a content creator, I suggest you do the same thing. Okay? Because you know these people are still stalking me, and I believe it's going to continue, and that's okay. But I'm not going to tell you any of my personal business. They want to know what is she doing, where is she going, who she's doing it with. Why do you need to know? You're such a miserable fucking person. Get you a life. All the time that you taking to stalk me, okay? Your life is falling apart. Don't worry about what I'm doing because you'll never know anyway. Okay? That's how we keep the devil at bay. That's how we have to stay 2, 3 steps ahead of this person, these entities. Okay? Seriously. Yeah, the cost of fame. But you know what? This is my path. And this is and nobody is going to prevent me from doing it. And if I don't do this, then things are not going to be good for me. Okay. Because it's like we all have this knowledge, expertise. Okay. And knowledge, expertise, and gifts. And if we don't utilize it to help other people, why are we here? Why are we on this platform? Just go and do some knitting. Okay. Even knitting could help, you know, as far as therapy. And I remember back in the day, they had these women. I don't know, was it Betsy Ross? They used to do all of this patchwork and put all these blankets and stuff together. And they used to give it to the service members so they could be warm. So there's a lot of things that we can do. Okay? Lot of things that we can do. We have to get off the pity pot. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's, you have to do that for yourself. Stand up, okay? Stand up for something, okay? Or fall for anything. So we have to fight these narcissists at their own game. I love you too, Melly. My guest didn't show up because I was having technical problems, and I've been having problems with the guests showing up lately. So I'm like, okay, what can I talk about? I was saying that to myself when I was doing something to my hair. I like, what can I talk about if this live don't show up? I mean, if this live don't happen, it's gonna happen. Okay. It was the devil was being busy. Okay. My iPad wasn't working. So I was like, I'm gonna use my phone instead. Okay. And so that's what we have to do. We have to be inventive. We have to be figure things out. Okay. Well, this didn't work. What can I do instead? Because we cannot just give up. That's not an option. Okay. If we had given up, we wouldn't be where we are today. Where there's a will, there's a way. You want to come on up here, Natasha? I'll call you up here. Okay. She didn't say no, so I'm gonna call her up here. I've been trying to get her over here anyway. So since she's here in the flesh, let's go. Let's go. Let's see what she got to say. Come on, Natasha. Oh, you can today? Okay. All right. She probably been on a live. Okay. But anyway, this is what we have to do. We have to find a workaround. Okay. We cannot, the devil is busy 24/7. They don't stop. No, it's all good, girl. No worries. I respect it. Okay. No, it's all good. Much love for you. No worries. So we just have to be mindful that the devil is busy 24/7. So we can never give up at any given time. Okay. What can I do today? Even if it's one little small step that you can take, do that. That's better than no action at all. Okay. And with that, you should feel good about what you've done. Okay. We just have to keep moving the bar a little bit higher. Just like that movie. He said, anyway, I don't remember right now. I got so many things on my mind. We have to work with people. We have to meet people where they are. And then we find out that we're dealing with a narcissist, okay? Then there's no working with that individual. You can't work with a narcissist. They are, they don't want to work with you, okay? They want to use you and extract from you. Okay. They hang with people like themselves. Okay. I can't, I can't get with it. Okay. Because I'm not that type of person. I feel that I am a genuine person. Okay. They don't like genuine people. They hide behind a mask. Okay. They show you, you think they are. Okay. Or, okay. They all about self-image. Okay. That's why they wear this mask. Because if they show you who they are, they know you'd run away. Okay. But we already know who they are. You know how we can identify a narcissist? Our body tells you. When your narcissist comes in your in your purview, your body starts to feel, you start to feel some uneasiness, and it's not good either. You need to listen to that. When I have somebody even to come to my DM and they like want to talk, I'm like, oh, this is a narcissist. Oh no, I can't talk to them. Most times I just block them immediately. Okay? Because if you don't want no mess brought into your house or into your to penetrate you in any way, you head off the problem and just delete. Okay? It's simple. We all are content creators. We know the delete function. Okay? Delete it. It has no place in this paragraph or whatever. Delete, because it don't feel right. Right? When you put that in there, you're like, oh, when you start reading, like, oh no, no, this got to go. Okay? Do that with people too. Okay? You uh you'll be glad you did later on, because then you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have did that. Now I got to start all over. How many times do we need to start over? I'm not starting over again. I'm 64. I'm not starting over again. Okay? I done did that. The narcissist relationships I was in, I had to walk away when they were gone, when they went to work or something. Hi, baby. How are you? Yeah, it was so sweet. And then they come home. I was gone. Okay. One time I even left the country to get away. I left and went to Iraq. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Iraq. I'll take my chances there. For real. I said I survived the streets of Detroit. I can survive Iraq. Here I am. I survived Iraq and I survived Israel. So you think I'm going to come back and going to allow a narcissist to take me down? Under no circumstances. Okay? And we cannot allow that. We cannot allow them to penetrate our force field. Let's say that. We have a force field up all around us, okay? And you checking the perimeters and making sure that everything is tight and can't nobody get in. This is your property, okay? That's the way we need to look at it. This is my property. These are the limits of my property, and we have to make sure they're secure, safe and secure for any of these type of people. Period. And if you come across that fence, baby, you're gonna be fried. Okay. So the next person attempt to, they know. Oh no, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna go over there. No, you better not come over here because your ass gonna get fried too. Let's go. Okay. When you go in the back, my mama used to say, when you go in the backyard, the dog bites you the first time, it's the dog's fault. If you go back there the next time, I'm gonna come back there locked and loaded, and I'm gonna be waiting, okay? And I'm gonna pull the trigger. Ain't gonna be no ifs, ands, buts about it. That's why I don't have a gun, because I've been and shot a motherfucker for real. And they put me in maximum security, okay? No offense, Natasha. They probably put Natasha in what you call that? Minimum security. Cause she nice and sweet and she like, oh, okay. But they'll put me in maximum because they know. Okay. So we have to be that way. No offense, Natasha. Okay. I'm just saying that because you light skin, okay? Because I don't get no respect. I'm the Rodney Dangerfield. Okay. I get no respect. And so when I put something out, I know I'm like, oh, if I get anything over 4 likes, I was like, that's a good day. Because I know all these people passing all over my articles and they reading it and looking at it. Because I look at my post and then I look at the podcast. Okay. I'll have maybe 4 or 5 likes. I like, whatever. I don't give a shit. I put it out there. You like it? You don't. Somebody liked it. My YouTube is growing. Okay. I'm like, screw Substack. My YouTube is growing. Okay. Then I look at my numbers on the podcast. It'll have like maybe 30 downloads. So people, they purposely don't like it on Substack, but they go and download it from Spotify or or Apple or Amazon. Okay. I'm like, I don't care. They still getting the information. They just don't want to give me any credit. I don't give a shit. I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't care. Because as long as I can help at least one person, I did my job. So that used to bother the hell out of me. Because then I'll see somebody with 50, 60 likes. And I'm like, okay, I'm the Rodney Dangerfield, and that's my role and that's my place. That's okay. Because who else is going to help marginalized leaders? Okay? I leave. Okay, that's what they want. I'm not going to give you what you want. I'm not leaving. And I'm not going to shut up. Okay? So if I leave, we have to help the marginalized leaders. And the marginalized leaders start with ourselves. Okay? And so I'm like, it's okay. I come back. I like, it's okay. I'm never gonna give up. Okay. And then I get more people on LinkedIn. So I'm like, okay, Substack can be hateful is all get out. I wouldn't care. Okay. Because I'm still growing on YouTube. I'm growing on LinkedIn. I'm growing on IG. I'm growing on Facebook. And nobody can stop that. And you need to be mindful of that too, because as Substack become more and more competitive, it is what it is. We have to figure out, okay, where can I get my message out in other ways, in other platforms? And that's how building these connections, nurturing and cultivating these genuine connections, okay? That's going to make the big difference. Okay. And then at the bottom, when I look at the podcast, it looks at the countries that are being impacted. Okay. I get 66% from the US. Okay. I got the Middle East in there. Okay. I even got some people from Iran. Okay. I got people in Pakistan that listens to me. Okay. Uh, Devoted. They be looking for my stuff. I'm like, wow. I said I got 5 likes on uh Substack, but I got 23 downloads on the other thing. So I'm like, I'm winning. I don't give a shit. Okay. That's why we can't put up all our eggs in one basket. Okay. And then you got all these followers, people that I know that's following me, and they don't like it, but they will download it. I'm like, whatever, however you digest the material, that's why we have to put it in different forms, okay? Because we have people with different languages, okay? They can take our material, they can translate it to their language, okay? Then we also have hearing impaired and we have the blind. We have to take these things in consideration too. Well, how can I get my message to them? Okay? So if you don't get it one way, get it another. Okay? It all works out in the end. Okay? So I'm happy. I don't care. Give me likes or not. Somebody likes it. Okay? And I be getting comments from different places, and I'm like, damn, where'd that comment come from? Oh, that came from YouTube. Oh, by the way, you got zero, 20 more subscribers on YouTube. I'll take it. I'll take it. Because when you add it up, when we got a pie chart, right? Okay? When you add up, okay, you got Substack, you got YouTube, you got LinkedIn, you got, okay, Facebook, you got all these things, and it all adds up, equals 100%. So look at it that way. Okay? Yeah, you don't get it one way, you get it another. Get it how you can. Okay? And that's what we have to be mindful of. That's what I have to think about. Okay. I talked about the hearing impaired and the blind. Because we can't, they have money too. And they have needs and they have wants and desires and things they want to accomplish as well. So how can we also include these people? I say these. I'm included in that too because I consider them marginalized too, and the disability too. Okay, we have to count for everybody. Okay, if we say we're gonna uh, our target market is marginalized leaders, how far you want to go with that? Because we all been marginalized in some way, form, or fashion. Okay, so, how do we reach out to them? How do we bring them into the fold and let them know you are important too. You a a important person in this equation. They vote too. You see them in voting. So how do we reach out to them and let them know you are part of what we trying to build here? We are builders. Okay? Are you a builder? Are you somebody to come in and just blow shit up? Okay? You keep your ass over there. Okay? Because we building over here. And we bring in everybody, all like-minded individuals who are genuine. Okay? We don't want nobody over here say, oh yeah, I'll do this and I do that. And then when it's time to roll up your sleeves, they know where to be found. Keep your ass over there. We don't need you. Okay? That's where we at today. Okay? Get rid of the BS and let's focus on building a better tomorrow. No, not the better tomorrow, better today. Because I hope and pray that I see tomorrow. Okay? But that's not promised. So what can we do today to make a difference? That's the question. Okay? What can we do today to make a difference? Okay? Because uh it's about planting seeds. Okay? We planting these seeds in order so we can grow. Okay? I was reading again. I was listening to a podcast, and they was talking about all these data centers they're putting in these places. These data centers are designed to keep us under control. And then I read something they was talking about robots, police. Okay, and I'm like, oh no, we're talking about now. When I was a kid, I used to watch the Jetsons. I don't know how many of you guys remember that and Get Smart. Okay, I'm 64, so now they talking about that futuristic stuff back there, and then I look at remnants of the Matrix, okay, and how all these people are asleep and programmed and just living out, just going to day, and then the government is controlling all of us and everything that we're consuming, that we're reading, that we're drinking, and all of these things, and keeping us in this bubble. Okay. Well, I'm not in there. Okay. You guys can stay in there if you want to. Okay. But nothing good can come from it. Okay. It's just keeping you in a certain, it's keeping you in this box. Okay. And you can't expand. You can't expand. It's not designed for you to leave it. Keep you in that box. I'm not staying there. I stayed in that box for so long. I came out. I broke out. Okay. And so we gotta get out of there, okay, and create our own world. Okay? This is the reality. Okay? These data centers and all this stuff that they're putting in, and then you're gonna see where they're gonna be sending us a message telling us, oh, well, you gotta come to this factory. We're gonna put a chip inside your head. That way we can control your thoughts. We can control when you eat, when you sleep. No, you ain't putting shit over here. Okay, some of us have already been programmed. Most of us have already been programmed at birth. You ain't gonna do some other bullshit. Okay, you're already monitoring everything that we do through our phones. When we leave and go somewhere, you know every move that we're making, and we're not realizing that we're being monitored. It's not just me being gang stalked, but we all are being monitored. Okay. Well, what is Natasha doing over there? What did she do yesterday? What did she have for lunch? They're watching us. So don't give them unnecessary information. They know too much as it is. Okay. We're being traced on the black web. We got a social security number. Okay. Yes. And sometimes I go out my house, I see planes. I see planes because I live in Alaska, okay? And Alaska is close to Canada and is also close to Russia, okay? So the reason why the government have all these bases and stuff here is strategic. We need to be strategic. So if anything break out over there in Russia, they're not far away. Boom! We got to be okay. So we are being monitored, okay? And you need to be aware of that. Okay, we're being monitored through Alexa and what you call it, Alexa, Siri, all this stuff, and even your through your computers. Okay, you got these webcams and stuff. People are monitoring us, everything, even our conversations. I turn Alexa and all that shit off. Okay, because I did have somebody monitoring me, and so they can use this information against me to come back and say, "See, she's doing this and she's doing that." So don't. bu- Yes, birds are bugs too. See, now, see, she over there talking, and I didn't even call her. See what I'm saying? When I call for Siri, she don't say nothing. Now she over there talking. So we are, yeah, birds too. I heard that. You know, even people in your neighborhood are are monitoring you. You want to be honest. You know, people like me, people like Walter. I'm just gonna call it out. People, a lot of people, even Natasha, and a lot of people just sitting up here speaking truth. We talking about the narcissists. We talking about these organizations. We are all targets. Trust and believe that they know everything. Okay, so you better best believe uh, they can use different tactics to get us when they want to. Exactly, door cams. Exactly, exactly. Okay. I even have I have Ring. They probably can monitor that too. I have Ring all around my house and even in front of my garage. Okay. I worked for the government 39 years. I know. Okay. So everything that used to protect us is being used to monitor us and extract this information. They can come back later and say, "Oh, remember, Natasha, when you wrote this article about this and this and this?" Then they can fact check you and harass you and all these things. Okay, they're doing this to censor us. Okay, how else are they going to shut us up? Like, okay, they get too many of us talking about all these things. You know how many people we are helping to ascend and to free themselves from these narcissist systems. They don't like it. I'm telling you, they don't like it. Okay, and these are conversations that are being had in these backdoor meetings. Okay, to figure out how they can stamp us out. We have to be smart. That's why I told you. Okay, we have to band together. Okay, because if it's just me, they can figure out a way. Okay, they'll say, "Oh, we'll start a smear campaign." Okay, yeah, you can do all that stuff to say, "Oh, she's crazy. She don't know what she's talking about. She did this 20 years ago." Well, okay, I might have forgot about it. If you said I did it, I probably did. What's that got to do with the price of coffee today? Okay, I did a lot of shit that I had to do because I was living on the street. Okay, when you living on the street, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, I do what I have to do to survive. Okay, person tell you, "Oh, I'll never do that." Oh, that's the first thing you'll have to do. Never say never. Okay, when you got to eat, when you got to pay a bill, when you got to make ends meet, you do what you got to do. Okay, period. And I'll tell anybody that shit. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to do any ill will to anybody. Okay, I'm not going to do that because when you do ill will to people, that shit come back on you tenfold, and that's what these narcissists fail to realize. Well, they don't love themselves, so we can never expect for them to love us. Okay, instead they will try to destroy us. So what we need to do is identify who these narcissists is and prevent them from being any part of our lives. Okay, period. When you realize you got a narcissist, get the hell out. Get the hell out. Nothing good can come from that. I don't care who it is. Okay? I cut my whole family off. I cut off all my old friends because I found out all of them were in cahoots to bring me down. And I don't want anybody like that in my life. Period. I don't care who you are. Cut my own daughter off. I'm not gonna let you or nobody else bring me down. I don't come too damn far. I'm 64. I'm just gonna go out and just let you just destroy me to do anything you want to me. Hell no, I'm not gonna allow it. And that's what we are today. We have to be selfish. We have to put ourselves first. Because if you don't put yourself first, who is? These people don't give a shit about you. Shit. They've already proven that. Okay? I'm telling you what I know. And I'm gonna put this out there and they're gonna be pissed off. And I'm glad. Okay, this is it's this song I listen to. Okay? Piss them off on purpose. Okay? I pissed them off on purpose. Okay? Because I'm speaking truth. They get pissed off about it. And all of these fake people, okay? I'm not gonna call them out by name. They know who they are. Okay? There it is. I can tell they fake. Okay? When we realize what people are, leave them to their own devices. Okay? Leave them to their own devices over there. Okay? We don't need no fake people over here. We need people who willing to roll up their sleeves and do the work and be authentic. Okay, be real. That's what we need because the narcissists are working, all of them are working against us. And I'm glad, Natasha, you said what you said, and it's true. We're being monitored, okay? We've been, and we don't even realize it, okay? So I'm not gonna be careful what I say. I'm gonna say what I mean and mean what I say. But as far as any personal information, nobody's gonna get jack, okay? Period. Because you're not gonna take my personal information. Oh, I'm working on this, I'm doing that, and I'm going here and I'm going there. No, I ain't telling you shit. So you can try to put a squash on it. You ain't gonna know nothing. Okay. By the time you figure it out, I'll be done went and came back. Okay. And that's where we need to be because these narcissists have everybody in their payroll, including members of Congress. They have members of the judicial system. They have members of the health organizations. They have people in law enforcement. We know that. We know all of these things, okay? It's a corrupt system. And once we recognize it, we have to burn this shit down and say, we are not accepting this no more, okay? You need to do business. You need to have transparency in what you're doing. So we can make an educated decision if this is something that we want to devote our time to. Okay? You got all these fake organizations you done created that's bringing in no value whatsoever just in order for you to extract, okay? In order for you to money laundry, okay? I'm not going to be quiet, okay? So we need to speak up, speak out, and put these organizations and these people in their place where they belong. You have no rights to tell us what to do and when to do it. Okay? Yeah. Take your life back. Okay? We cannot allow these organizations and these institutions and these narcissist people to continue to hold us down. Period. And that's where I'm at today. And bless my guest. He's a very brilliant man, and I'm going to reach out to him. But anybody else that I deal with on podcasts, they're going to have to join Substack. They're going to have to give a Substack email address, and I'm not going to keep going through that. Okay, we have to stop repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results. We have to be the change to start. Okay, we can't depend on somebody else. The change starts with you. Okay? Remember that. Don't don't give your power away. We've been giving our power away. Don't do that anymore for any reason whatsoever or for any cost. Because once you give it away, what are you? What do you have left? Nothing. Let's stick together. Let's work together. Let's build together. Let's learn and grow together. That's why we're here. That's why you're here today, right? That's why we have 29 people here. Okay? Let's continue to work together, not work against each other. We cannot accomplish anything like that, and that's what they want. right? Let's do the opposite. Let's be smart. Let's work smarter, not harder. You guys got any questions? Yeah, thank you for that, Natasha. That's true. And we need to be mindful that we're all being monitored, not just me. Okay? I don't care. I've been monitored for so long. I'm like, you know what? If I want to go to IG or Facebook, I'm gonna go. So we'll just go together. Okay? What they call them, I forgot they call them flying monkeys. Okay? Me and the flying monkeys, let's go. Then you can go back and tell the constituents, oh, well, she was looking at this and they said that and this and that. So whatever. Okay? We can't stop the monitoring. We can't stop people from trying to copy us. They're going to continue to do that. You just look at it as, oh, maybe my haters are learning from me. Okay, maybe we can learn them into being a better person. I don't know. When somebody hate themselves, I don't know what you can do with that other than keep it away from you. Because anybody that's envious or jealous of you, they're trying to take you down. Okay. And once you recognize that, there is no trying to change people or trying to, oh, I can rehabilitate. Rehabilitation only goes so far. You can't, you can't resuscitate somebody that don't want to be resuscitated. I'm serious. You can't. You see a person going down an alley and you tell her, please don't go down that alley because there's nothing good down there's going to result for you. And they tell you, "Fuck you, I'm going down anyway. All right, baby, you have a good one. And go about your way. Let them go on down that alley. Okay? But you don't go down that alley with them. Okay? And all these low vibrational people, all these narcissists, they're low vibrational. Okay? You're not gonna take me to the gutter and you're not gonna take me to the alley because I've already came out of that alley in that gutter and I'm not going back. Go by yourself. I'm not going. So they tried to tempt you with money, power, and sex. That ain't shit. We can have all that on our own. We don't need that. Okay? To gain the world and lose your soul, once you lose your soul, you have nothing. It's not worth it. They offer you, oh, I'll give you $20,000. You can't pay me enough money to give you my soul. I'm sorry. Period. No, I'm not sorry. You can't get shit here. Go somewhere else. Talk to somebody else who that shit impresses. That shit don't impress me. I've done that. Okay? You get nothing from that stuff. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Don't let nobody bring you down with worldly possessions. Okay? A lot of people fall for that shit. And you end up with nothing and you turn around, you have no soul, you have nothing. Don't fall for it. Okay? Don't fall for it. Everything glitters, not gold. Okay? I'm telling you what I know from the streets of Detroit. And all of our lived experience we bring with us through life and we have to utilize it to get our needs met and to reach our goals, okay, and to uplift others. And so I want to thank you for your time today and coming in, and we have to safeguard ourselves, our peace, our mental, physical, emotional, spiritual well-being, okay, because it's at stake. Is at stake, and you need to know that. And so, what are you going to do to keep yourself safe and secure? Okay. So, thank you so much for your time today. I love all of you guys. Okay, and you guys stay safe and take care of yourself out there. Okay, for real. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, bye.